Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you another interesting game played at the ongoing 2021 Tata Steel Masters. On the white side is German chess grandmaster Alexander Donchenko, and American chess grandmaster Fabiano Caruana is playing with the black pieces. This game is from round 2, and Donchenko opened up with d4, d5 by Caruana, c4, c6. Slav defense is on the board. E3, this is known as a quiet variation, of course, with sharpness. This can't be compared with anti-Moscow gambit, where sacrifices are just hanging in the air. We have a quiet line with E3, knight c3, e6, knight h4. Here the main move is bishop g6, but black first provoked f3 and only then moved back his bishop on g6. Bishop d2. I have to tell you that in here queen b3 is the main move, emphasizing the absence of the light squared bishop. Also knight takes g6 can be seen, but in the game we see a slightly offbeat line starting with bishop d2, with which white is preparing an immediate castling queenside. He first removed the light squared bishop from that diagonal and then castled queenside. a6. Caruana is already preparing a queenside pawn storm. g4 d takes c4, bishop takes c4, b5, bishop e2, c5. The black king is in center, is in safety, and the one who should worry is white. d5. In return, white is also adding fuel to the fire, and we have a very sharp position. Knight takes d5, knight takes d5, e takes d5, f4, b4, e4. Well, thinking about the safety of the king is better, but instead we see e4, and after d4 this time we have e5, although according to Stockfish still king b1 was asking itself to be played. Knight goes on b6, e6. Yeah, white is playing very aggressively and we have a very sharp position, although this is already a mistake. Playing queen e4 is better. Here comes queen d5, it takes f7 check and king f8. Instead of winning this pawn, black is hiding his king, and now the pawn will serve as a nice shield. h4. Well, of course, white could play b3, but this could weaken the queen side further, and black simply munched the pawn on a2. In return, we have queen takes g6, and there comes b3. And already black is creating some nasty threats, you know. c4, c3 can be a nice threat. Yeah, also knight a4 can be a nice threat. That's why white played bishop e1 in order to meet knight a4 with rook d2. But there comes c4. Black is sacrificing the pawn on d2 as well, and then we have knight a4. Queen b1. Already at this point white is eager to exchange the queens, but there comes a heavy blow by Caruana, the only move actually which allows black to keep the advantage. Bishop a3. Queen takes a2, b takes a2. Black wants to go for a pawn promotion. King c2, rook b8, hitting on b2. This is very important, you know. You should not hurry with a1 queen. Now once I finish the main game we will see what's the problem with an immediate a1 queen. Rook b8 by Caruana, attacking the pawn on b2. Rook d8 check. This is already a desperation, just no way out, you know. And only now white is winning black bishop. But there comes c3. Yeah, again, b1, a1 queen is not good because of this check. That's why black blocked that diagonal. And after bishop g3, well, if bishop takes c3 then rook c8. In the game we see bishop g3 and there comes rook d2 check, king b3, knight c5 check, and resignation followed. Here then rook takes e2 and it's over. This is an easy win. Now what I want to do is to turn on Stockfish and analyze the game together. Let's go through the game from this point on. So b4 was played, and instead of king b1, we see e4. The engine is not so happy with it. d4, and again king b1 is neglected. e5, knight b6. c4 is an alternative, of course, a very interesting pawn sacrifice. e6, which is already too bad, you know. It was better to play queen e4. Yeah. If queen d5, then white can go for the exchange of queens and then play h4, h5. Instead, we see e6, after which black is gaining advantage. Queen d5, he takes f7, king f8. And now instead of b3, we have a strange looking h4 move. White is giving up that pawn, in return winning the pawn on g6, but the one who prevails is black. b3, bishop e1, c4, no doubt black is dominating. The pawn sacrifice was accepted, but with this c4, black also solved another very important problem, opened up the dark squared bishop's diagonal. Rook takes d4, knight a4, queen b1, bishop a3. Now at this point, if you accept the bishop sacrifice, then here is what can happen. b2 check, and then queen b3, and then queen c3, and then queen takes d4. The game is over. In the game, white captured on a2 and b takes a2, king c2, and now black should not hurry with a1 queen because of this bishop b4 check. Of course, even in this case, black has advantage, but the one chosen by Caruana is of course stronger. In this case, actually, white can give some fight, you know. Instead, we see a powerful rook b8 move hitting on b2. Rook d8 check. Now if b takes a3, then rook b2 check is coming. Here then checkmate. Yeah, and what else white can do if bishop takes c4? Then again, rook takes b2 is winning. Knight c5, and this diagonal is blocked. Black can cold-heartedly promote the pawn to a queen. Instead, we see rook d8 check, rook takes d8, b takes a3, c3, blocking the diagonal, and yeah, it's over. The rook penetrates, knight c5, and it's over. White is also losing this bishop, and with an extra rook, black can win very quickly. Also, we have a monster on a2. Well, this is it, dear chess lovers. Hope that you enjoyed the game. Feel free to share with your friends as well, and let's solve a chess puzzle. Please take a look at this position and try to find the mating line for white. As usual, we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Feel free to check out my early uploads as well. We'll see you in my next video. Take care.